You and your family decide to do something kind for those less fortunate this winter and donate gloves and winter hats to a local shelter. You and a parent order new pairs of gloves and warm hats on a clothing website. Each pair of gloves you purchase costs $6, and each hat costs $7. You plan to spend exactly $80. Write an equation to model this situation. So we have to determine, are we going to write our equation in slope-intercept form or in standard form? Since I don't see the rate of change, or I don't see an initial amount, I'm going to automatically assume that this is most likely going to be a standard form. And I have two things here that I'm buying. I'm buying gloves and I'm buying winter hats. So I believe since we're given the cost of each, the two things that we're determining here, or our two variables, are the number of hats and the number of pairs of gloves. So let's go ahead and pick letters to represent those two items. I'll just go ahead and use G for number of gloves. I guess I should say number of pairs of gloves. And then I will go ahead and use the H as the variable to represent the number of hats. Okay, since we're doing standard form, we don't really need to know the rate of change or the y-intercept. So now we're going to write our equation in standard form, which is ax plus by equals c. Or, in this case, a times g plus b times h equals c. So the number that we're going to multiply by g, because g represents the number of pairs of gloves, is the price per pair, which is $6. The coefficient that goes with the h is the price of each winter hat. And on the website that we're ordering from, they are $7 per hat. So I'm going to go ahead and put 7 as the coefficient with h. C is going to be the total amount I plan to spend. In this case, it's $80. So there's our equation. 6G plus 7H equals 80. Now let's answer a couple of questions about this scenario. I like to rewrite the equation at the top. 6G plus 7H equals $80. And G stands for gloves, and H stands for hats. If you purchase exactly 4 pairs of gloves, so that tells us we're going to have G is equal to 4. How many winter hats can you purchase? So I'm going to substitute a 4 into the equation in the place of G. So 6 times 4 plus 7H equals 80. I'm trying to determine the number of hats, which is H. So I need to solve this equation or isolate the H. 6 times 4 is 24, plus 7H equals 80. I'm going to use inverse operations, and I'm going to subtract the 24 from both sides of the equation. Then I get 7H equals 80 minus 24, I believe, is 56. Last step would be to use inverse operations and divide both sides by 7. 56 divided by 7 is equal to 8. So H equals 8, which means I can purchase 8 winter hats. If you purchase 2 winter hats, how many pairs of gloves can you purchase? So this time I'm given the value of H, and I have to solve for G. So I'm going to use the same equation that I wrote, and I'm going to figure out the number of gloves I can buy. So 6 times G plus 7 times 2 equals 80. 6G plus 14 equals 80. Using inverse operations, I'll subtract 14 from both sides. Then I get 6g equals 80 minus 14, which is 66. Last step is to divide both sides by 6. 66 divided by 6 is 11. So that means if I buy 2 winter hats, I have enough money to buy 11 pairs of gloves. And again, I would check my work, but for time's sake, I'm not going to do that for today.